Ladies and gentlemen, we've just had a official post on the forums from Kabam DK about a new mode of gameplay that's going to be coming in December alongside the monthly event called Modoks Lab. And to kind of summarize this event, it's kind of like, in my opinion, a much better version of bounty missions. So it looks like a bit more of a challenging version, but also it doesn't cost any energy, and that's one of my biggest annoyances this month with bounty missions is every 6 hours, having, putting the energy into that, it really adds up and subtracts from progression in other elements of the game, especially on the free-to-play account. So it doesn't cost any energy to do, and the rewards seem to be substantially better for kind of the time invested. Just doing a very, very rough calculation, because this is an event that is going to be guaranteed to be active once every 8 hours. You can do it once every 8 hours, and just keeps on a loop, so you can do it 3 times a day. And if you were to hit every single event over the course of Christmas, once every 8 hours, you would have just under 17,000 5-star shards and half of a fully formed T2 alpha, and a load of other little stuff as well, and that's just for kind of the master mode version of this quest. So it seems pretty good. It seems pretty good initially, but we're going to break it down and talk about, everything that's going on. So essentially, it's a lot of randomness in this. So you're going to face off against 6 champions in total, and it's going to be one from every single class. So it's just going to be a completely random character from every one of the 6 classes, and also each fight also has a number of random buffs, which are, the enemies, they're randomly generated, the buffs are randomly generated. However, you do have this new resource called dice, which seems pretty easy to obtain. You get it via master mode, via completing these again. You'll get some initially, and if you are struggling on dice, you can buy a stack of 12 dice for 2,500 gold, which is pretty much nothing. That's a very negligible amount of gold as well. So yeah, just to give you a look at kind of, a very rough idea apparently what the map's going to look like, and I must praise Kabam for this, because this is something we've been asking for quite a while on the forum announcement posts, is if you're going to show a new mode of gameplay, get some screenshots in so we can see exactly what it looks like. So this is what the quest is going to look like. Looks like a very, very short version of one of those, previous monthly challenges that we used to have so long ago. But I'm not too sure if it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be as, it's going to be I assume the equivalent difficulty, if you remember Chloe's or not, I don't want to say Coulson's because that was before my time, but kind of around that. I think the first or second lane, it doesn't really seem like it's going to be that bad at all to clear. I think most people, if you've got a good roster of 440 champions or 550 champions and above, you can probably get it done in I'm assuming 8 to 10 minutes. And if you've got a stacked roster of 5-star rank 4 champions, then this is going to be something you can breeze through in I assume 3 to 5 minutes. It's not going to be too bad at all. And also, this is a bit of an interesting one, just to give the example of that's what it might look like, but when you re-enter, it might look like this. So this one, we actually have the 2 new characters here. We got Modok and Taskmaster. So I think that pretty much confirms that both of those champions are going to be coming next month as well, which is some really, really cool info there. And also that Taskmaster is going to be a skill champion, which I'm a little bit bummed about. I wanted him to be Science, I wanted him to be OP, but from the video review earlier, I kind of thought he was going to be a skill champion anyway. But I'm very, very excited for the introduction of that character. He looks absolutely amazing. If you haven't watched the early abilities overview, check it out. It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, so we have how hard are the fights then. So it tells you kind of, what opponents you're going to be facing. So easy is going to be 2-star champions, rank 1, level 10. You can breeze through those. Medium, 3-star champions, rank 2, level 20. Hard is going to be 4-star champions, rank 3, level 30. Sig 50. And expert is going to be 5-star champions at rank 4, level 55. Kind of that's going to be the equivalent difficulty. But obviously they will have a set of buffs associated with them as well. So apparently there are over 150 different buffs, and you can just, see an example here of the Cyclops. So the Cyclops has recovery and tyranny, so villains in this arena attain absolute power, heroes do not gain power. So it's just going to be a lot of really, really random stuff to deal with, and I think there's a very good chance that the majority of buffs, while inflating the power index of the character, really aren't going to do anything, because like that regeneration node, that's probably giving that Cyclops a little bit more PI, but in reality, is he getting anything from it? No, because he doesn't have a regen, unless there's an arc overload as well, somewhat buried in it. So yeah, also just an example of how it changes. So now he's got Stupefy, which increases the duration of stun effects. Useless, checkmate. Attacks ignore armor and evasion with a combo of 15 or more. Again, that's pretty useless for the Cyclops to have. But as you can see, it inflated his PI quite a bit there as well. And there's a few other stuff there. So it talks about kind of what the buffs can be here. So to be honest, in the medium. The medium and like low stuff, I don't think there's really too much to worry about. Very low kind of boost to the health and attack pool, but the expert one has champion boost from 100 to 200%. So I still don't really think they're going to be bad, that bad at all. The general buff pool has most buffs available in the game with some exceptions, so this is the ones that they don't have. Buffs that only work on one specific character. Incredibly high health or attack buffs, nothing above 200%. It doesn't have the degeneration of 3.3% per second or 1.767% per second, which are the more annoying degenerations, the stronger ones, because if you only have the trickle, it does mention it does have. Like, I'm not too happy. Well, I don't like seeing degeneration. Like, even all form of degeneration kind of sucks. But I guess at that level, it's fairly manageable with, you know, some champions that have regeneration abilities like Wolverine and Ghost Rider. And considering it's only a 6 encounter quest, I think although some of these like do seem a little bit intimidating, I don't think they're going to be too bad. And again, you know, you do have the option to, you know, if you encounter something like Degeneration or Starburst, and you're like, oh, I'm not really in the mood for this, you can just, you know, roll the dice again, and hopefully it'll remove that buff. Like dice, they seem like they should be quite easy to get. So yeah, while this may look maybe a little bit intimidating for some of the higher end tier buffs that are in the pool, I think in actuality it doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. And also, I think permanently, yeah, they're going to have the third special attack active as well on the expert, so that's something you have to be a little bit aware of. But they also put this gift to show you what re-rolling buffs looks like. So yeah, just changed from what is it, the poison to fury, tyranny, special 2, dash vulnerability, soft guard. So I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of a challenge to get done. So there's no energy for this, which I'm super happy about. However, this is something very, very important to bear in mind. If you enter a quest and quit, you will lose all withheld items and your entry will not be refunded. As you can see by the interface here, you have one entry to every single map once every 8 hours. So when you're going in, you need to bring your best team and you need to, you know, be ready to play to win there. But yeah, I think that's, I don't know, fairly reasonable for the most part. It doesn't seem anything like it's going to be too much BS. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we'll see some fantastic highlight videos from the free-to-play account. And once you use your entry, you'll see the number on the quest go down. So it's just a 0, and then you have to wait another like 8 hours for it to reset. So I like the system significantly more in comparison to the Valor quests, which are random, relied on somebody discovering them. And I like that they've changed kind of this type of mission to once in every 8 hours instead of, you know, once in every 6 hours. I would still prefer stuff like this as like twice a day or once a day, because I think 3 times a day it's a little bit intense for a lot of people. But I don't know, it seems like it's going to be quite a fun mode of gameplay, like keep switching it up, keeping it fresh constantly. So I don't know, we'll see how it turns out to be. And then we have some of the rewards here. So for Master, for every single run that you do, 5 Star Shards, you're going to get 200 of those. You're going to get 900 Tier 4 basic fragments. You're going to get 150 Tier 2 alpha fragments. You're going to get 1 reroll item. You're going to get a 50% chance to get a 5-star 6-stone crystal, and a 50% chance to get a Tier 5 ISO, which I think is one of the 5k ones, unless it's not a class ISO. I'm not too sure if it's generic or class. And then we have the Heroic, which which is 4-star shards, 75. Would have liked to see a little bit more 4-star shards, but I imagine Heroic's going to be quite easy to blitz down. Tier 4 basic fragments, 450, 25 5-star shards, so you get a little bit more there. Combined with the 5-star shards on Master, how many is that going to be theoretically? I think it's very, very close to about 19,000, 20,000 overall in the theoretical scenario where you could do every single event. Which, I don't know if it's too big of an ask. I mean, it's, well, I guess it varies from player to player, but I assume it's going to be between, you know, combined, like 10 minutes to maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes. That's the kind of time requirement to play every day, which, I don't know, is, maybe, oh, it's alright, it's alright. I prefer to see the rewards buff than it split over kind of 2 sessions instead of 3. Like, that would be the ideal scenario, in my opinion. But it's better than the Valor Quest, anyway. So yeah, 1 reroll item as well, 4-star Sig Stone Crystal, 50% chance to get one of those in Heroic, and also 50% chance at Tier 4 ISO. And then, yeah, the easy and medium, it's just a load of, like, premium 3-star and very, very basic stuff. I'm just trying to see if is there anything too interesting there? No, I don't really think so. Yeah, I think the easy and medium ones, like, maybe if you're a super new player, like, they're maybe worth doing. But, I mean, you know, you might as well if you got nothing else to do. But to be honest, I think, you know, if you're a veteran or a mid-game player, you just want to focus on getting the Heroic and Master one done as much as possible. Because the rewards for that, they seem pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think this new mode of gameplay looks pretty cool. But I'm very interested to get your opinion. What do you think of Modoks Lab? Do you think it's going to be something that's pretty exciting and awesome? Do you think it's going to be a bit of an RNGBS fiesta? We're going to have to wait till next Wednesday to find out. But hopefully it's pretty damn good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.